Like, that's so much pressure.
It's a lot of pressure to put on a young kid to say decide what you're doing for the rest of your life. And I like that answer you just gave me because I don't hear too many people say that. Everyone has that. Oh my goodness, my grandma was hurt, so I was in the hospital and I saw the amazing nurse stories, right? But your story is very realistic, and to be honest, it's probably the right story for the vast majority of nurses out there, right? So tell me, what is it that what's the passion? What's the reason? Why do you continue to be a nurse? Tell me that.
Yeah. And so that's funny because that reason continues to evolve as well, right? Because initially I once I got through nursing school, I fell in love with the pediatric population.
Mhm.
So I grew up with asthma. I spent a lot of time in the hospital. ERs and actual hospitalizations. And that wasn't particularly inspiring for me to say I want to become a nurse, but it wasn't until I saw those kids that I worked with in the Bronx who they looked up to me. They felt like I was relatable. I spoke like them, I looked like them. And I was helping them. And I felt like I was in this position where, because let's be honest, like young Black women, we make up only about like 12% of our entire nursing profession. So even working in the Bronx, you can only imagine in a PICU setting, in a pediatric ICU, there's still not many of us. And so I felt like as a young Black woman relating to this demographic that I grew up around, because I lived 15 minutes from the hospital, I felt like I was in a very unique position. So I began relating to the families, I began relating to my patients, I connected with them, and I wanted to help them heal. And I wanted to be that person that understood them, right? So kind of like a
Yes.
social worker, but like using what I learned to heal and to intervene and to be the voice of the mom who she feels something, she's saying something, but maybe she can't articulate it in a way for our team to listen. So I felt like that's where I was like locked in on. Like, and so I fell in love with that. And I loved coming to work every day, and I loved working with my patients, and I loved working with their families right there in the Bronx.